baby, I like it raw. Raw Advantage likes it raw. Ooh, baby, I like it raw. Yeah, baby, I like it raw. Hey!
Blessings everyone, this is Chris Kennel from therawAdvantage.com, registered holistic nutritionist, raw food lifestyle coach, and I'm here as a raw chef showing you an awesome winter recipe. It's getting a little bit chilly out there. You might even want to get a limited edition Peace, Love, and Seasonal Fruit hoodie to warm up, but what we're really here for today is for this awesome recipe. Now, I want to make hot chocolate, hot creamy chocolate drink with marshmallows. Yes, raw vegan hot chocolate with marshmallows. So let's dive in. You can use any dates. Here are some medjool dates. They're pretty commonly found, really tasty. Generally are gonna run you around maybe $5 to $7 per pound. Here I have some barley dates. They're my favorite, or at least one of my favorites for this recipe. You can really use any you want. We're gonna use 1 pound of dates for this recipe, which equals about 1,200 to 1,300 plus calories. You might wanna divide it in two. We're gonna use about 1 liter of really damn hot water. We're even actually gonna use a kettle. You could use an electric kettle or the stove. So I have over 1 liter in here. We're gonna put that on high. There we go. So don't be afraid of the hot water. And we also have 1 to 2 teaspoons of sesame seeds. This makes it a heck of a lot creamier. If you're following me a lot, you know that I'm into food combining. I'm gonna make a full video on sweet fruit and fat as it relates to food combining, so comment below if you really wanna see that. And of course, for hot chocolate, you need some chocolate or carob powder. Now, carob powder is the healthiest alternative for chocolate. You could use cacao, but I personally like carob powder for a variety of reasons. It's a nice chocolatey taste, really, really great for you. So we'll be using about 2 tablespoons of that. Now, what I got into yesterday is making the marshmallows, and indeed, you need to think a little bit ahead. So if you know you're gonna have hot chocolate, you know it's cold outside, maybe you're gonna go out and shovel the sidewalk, or just a long day and you want some hot chocolate while you're out and about, you want those marshmallows. Well, the night before, what we're gonna do is take your Teflex sheet, peel your bananas. I like the Cavendish best. Slice them into 4 or 5 marshmallow-sized pieces. You can also use baby bananas for a denser marshmallow. Put them on the tray, put them into the dehydrator, and set for 105 to 115, 8 hours to overnight. So I got all these marshmallows, and I'll admit I over dehydrated them and I froze them, so they look a little less beautiful than they do if you just freshly dehydrate them for about 8 to 10 hours. It's really simple. I actually prefer the Cavendish regular bananas. They make the nicest ones, but you can make a huge batch like I did and have, like, you know, a couple hundred of these little teeny marshmallows, freeze them, and then every time you make hot chocolate, just throw 3 to 5 in there. So for making this, we have the Vitamix blender. If you don't have a Vitamix blender, you might need to pre-soak your dates. The hot water does help, but what I'm gonna get going with is pitting every single one of these barley dates and put them in the blender. You wanna make sure you pit them, otherwise it's a mess and it sucks having pits in your drink. It's the pits. All right, so we got all the dates pitted. That's about 1 pound with the seed, so probably about 3/4 without the seed. Before we get into the making of the hot chocolate, I want to remind you and invite you out to my Raw Advantage Raw Food and Yoga Skate Retreat in January. And if skateboarding isn't your thing, then my Raw Food and Yoga Surf Retreat in March. Much more info below. Click right here to check it all out, to sign up and enjoy out there with me. So in case you don't want to escape the cold, this is the other way. Now, we have all the dates in here. I'm gonna put a good teaspoon or 2 of carob powder, depending on how chocolatey you want it. That's a heaping one, so we have 2 teaspoons of that. I have in here 2 teaspoons of the sesame seeds, and we're gonna take that hot water. Now this reached a boiling. I let it sit for a second. It's still steaming and it's quite hot. Again, if you don't have a Vitamix, you may need to actually soak your dates overnight, or just let them sit in the hot water like this for a while. So we're gonna fill it up to cover and then some. So it'll end up being about 1 liter of water that ends up being about 1.25 liters of hot chocolate. We'll put the lid on. You wanna make sure you put the lid on really securely. And we start her off. Blend it good! You wanna blend it really good! All right, so now if you want, oh wow, we're gonna need to add more water. You can keep on adding water to make it your desired thinness. Oh, now that looks perfect. So I want to let you know, if you don't want to use sesame seeds, you can always use hemp, or you could use pumpkin, or you could use tahini. I just find through experimentation that the sesame tastes the best. So I'm gonna fill up 2 cups here. This is pretty thick. I like it thick. No pun intended. Take a couple of the Take a couple of the marshmallows. Boom. They even sit right on top. It actually will cool down the drink a little bit. Here's one of the baby bananas. I find the Cavendish are better, but those baby ones are not bad. There you go. So this can be one for someone else and one for me, or if you're like a piggy like me, they can be both for me, and double fist your hot chocolates. Oh! So I hope to see you guys out in Costa Rica, and otherwise make sure you're enjoying some sweet hot treats on these cold winter days. Much love from the Raw Advantage.
Raw chocolate with raw vegan marshmallows, food.
Now that you got a piping hot cup of cocoa, you can sit back and check out this video on how to make some raw tacos. Also, don't forget to sign up to get your free ebooks.
Excited to announce my new iPhone app, free with 101 frickin' awesome recipes, Terry retreat treats, food combining charts, shopping carts, and more.